All right, guys, I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of styling links. So when we last left off, we had entered our links into our navigation, but at this point, they are still unstyled. They look like default links in HTML, meaning that they're blue, they're underlined, and when they're visited, they become purple and underlined. So we don't have to leave them that way. We can style them however we want. So I'm going to take you through that process. So I've already got my index page open that we worked with last time and my style sheet. So the style sheet has not only the style guide info that we did 2 weeks ago, but it also has the layout all in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and add these links really underneath everything. And we do links with 4 bits of styles. So the way that we do this is a little bit different than we've done everything else. We use what's called pseudo classes so that we can target the 4 different states of links. So we begin by calling out to the A tag. And if it was just like regular tags, we would open up our curly brackets and do it like this. But again, we have the ability of styling different states for links. So we do this. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little better. We do this by adding on to that A tag with a colon, and then we type the word link. Okay, that refers to the way that the links look before they've been clicked on, before the user has rolled over them or done anything with them at all. It's just how we want the default state of the link to look. And we style them using the text styles that you guys have been using really all along. Okay, there's nothing new at this point. So we could change, let's say, the color. So if we don't want them to, let's say, be the default blue, we can make them however we want. In this case, maybe I'll make mine gray. I can also go ahead and set the font family at this point as well. For the sake of speed here, I'm just going to go ahead and use Arial. I can do things like controlling the size, font size is what that would be actually. So again, all stuff that we've done before. Okay. We could even do weights and things like that. Okay. We can also use this little bit. This is new. This would be new to you. Is we can use a little thing called text decoration. By default, a link is underlined, but if we don't want it to be underlined by default, we can go ahead and set it to none. Okay, and it will have nothing. We could also, I'll show you a variation of that. Okay. So that would be the first bit of, or first chunk of the 4 chunks of code that we're going to write. The next would be working with a visited link. Visited link meaning that it has been clicked on and the person has visited that page. So there's a couple schools of thought with this. Make sure I spell this right. I'm going to actually leave my visited links the same as my initial links. I like to do this unless I have lots and lots of pages. If I have like a long list of links, I think it can be very helpful to have the visited link look different. In fact, what we could maybe do just so we can see something with this, maybe I'll go ahead and make the color on these like darker, okay, so that you can, again, there'll be some slight change, but a lot of times I'll actually leave my visited and my my links exactly the same. Okay. The next one that we can do would be a hover state. So a hover. This is the way that we want the link to look while the user is rolling over or hovering their mouse over the link. Okay. So maybe in this case, as an example, I'll set this one to underline. Maybe I'll change the color here. Maybe we'll make it maybe make it sort of a light blue or something along those lines. Actually, let's go purple. Okay. All right, cool. And then finally, we have actually I'm going to make that, yeah, I'll make it hover and underline. And for the regular, like the final one would be the A active. This is the way that the link looks for that brief moment when somebody's actually clicking on it. I guess as an example to show you, maybe I'll make it red. This is another one that I don't necessarily put too much effort into a real site. Again, unless maybe I have a large like panel of links. But let me show you what this looks like real quick. Just gonna go ahead and save that. And I'll jump over to my HTML page and I'll test this out in the browser. Okay, so there are my links here. So they're on a green background, which is obviously affecting the way that these colors look. But you can see here when I roll over them, they're turning purple and they're turning underlined. And when I click down on it, of course, it doesn't go anywhere, right? It's linking to page one, but I haven't made that page one yet. But again, just a basic example. Let me maybe get rid of that green in that container in my nav, just so it's a little bit easier to kind of make sense of those colors. And for my background color, maybe I'll just get rid of that for now for my navigation. And we'll test this out again. Let's see. Oh, well, my wrapper probably has a background color as well. Get rid of that. Yeah, there's my wrapper background color. That's what we're seeing in there now. You know, while I'm in here, I could probably center stuff inside of the nav, although let's one thing at a time, I guess. Let's test this out. Alt B, there we go. Cool, so that's what my links look like right now. Okay, cool. So that is a quick walkthrough on styling links. If you're looking for additional properties, please take a look in the D2L class. I put a number of links in the week 5 area where you can get additional resources for working with hyperlinks. So if you're wondering, like, what are the other options in terms of getting them to look a certain way, so hopefully that helps and gets you guys on the road to getting your links looking the way that you would like. All right, guys, we'll talk to you.